Welcome to another session in Math Mike. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Lesson this morning is all about distance between 2 points and circles in coordinate plane. Here are the following objectives that we'll be focusing. We have four. Okay, we have four objectives. I can derive the distance formula. I can apply the distance formula to prove some geometric properties. I can illustrate the center radius form of the equation of the circle. This third objective is more on illustrating the equation of the circle. Can determine the center and the radius of the circle given its equation and vice versa. Now, so let's start. How is distance formula derived? This is the first objective, if you recall. Diba? So the first objective is how to derive the distance formula. So this is how to derive the distance formula. You must have a Cartesian plane. Okay, the requirement is to have a Cartesian plane and have a 2 points. Plot that 2 points in Cartesian plane. Okay, any location. Okay, any location in Cartesian plane will do. You can plot the 2 points, then connect the 2 points. Okay, if you connect the 2 points, so therefore identify now the sides to create a triangle. If you observe the illustration here, we have the side A and side B, which we are looking for the distance. Ito, yung distance. Now, directly, you form a right triangle on that illustration there. So therefore, we can apply now the Pythagorean theorem. Now, how this distance formula exists in our presentation here. Okay, I will explain it step by step. Okay, step by step ko i-explain yan para alam ninyo, di ba? Kasi baka babalik siya sa grade or sa college ninyo, yung distance formula. So, eto siya. First thing you will do, as what I informed you earlier, that you must have a Cartesian plane. Then plot, okay, 2 points, any location will do, okay? So, for example, ayan, okay, ayan, na-connect ko na. Then, eto, broken line lang yan. Ayan, broken line. Okay, broken line. So, this horizontal line that connects, eto, broken line, horizontal line, is the x-axis. And this vertical broken line is the y-axis. Now, you will be identifying now the first point and the second point. So, therefore, for example, I will be identifying these points here as dito, first point, and dun sa itaas, that would be the second point. So, if this is the first point, I will be having a coordinate of x sub 1 and y sub 1. For the second point, I will be having the x sub 2 and y sub 2. Now, if you recall, under the slope, there is a change of x and change of y, di ba? So, this line here is the change of x, which the formula of change of x is x, or the second point, subtract it to the first point. Then, this item here is the change of y. Okay? If you recall in the slope topic, ayan, change of y, which the formula of change of y is you'll be subtracting the value of the second point to the first point. Now, if you go back with our presentation earlier, we have the formula of the distance, which that would be equivalent to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 raised to the power of 2 plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 raised to the power of 2. How did we derive that one? Take note, this triangle is a right triangle. Okay, if that is a right triangle, so therefore, we can directly use now the Pythagorean theorem, which is c squared equivalent to a squared plus b squared. Ayan. Okay, then directly, the c, okay, always the longest, di ba? If you observe in our illustration here, from point 1 to point 2, that is the longest side in our illustration. So all we need to do is replace that one by distance. Okay, we will be replacing that one by distance. Then, we will identify now which of the following here is the A and B. Take note, A is the horizontal and B is the vertical. So therefore, we will be substituting now its value, which is the change of x and the change of y. That results to x squared minus x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. Now, to convert this one into distance, because again, we are looking for the distance, so therefore, we will be eliminating the power of 2 by multiplying both sides by a radical. So therefore, cancel, cancel. Directly, we have now the derivation of our distance formula. Okay, so that's it. That is how to derive a formula. Same lang yan if you will be entering senior high soon and you'll be asked regarding the distance formula. So same lang, okay? Same lang yan na derivation. If pupunta kayo sa college, still, that is the same. Okay, so
Okay, the
for
same.
example, find the distance of point A and point B. Now, that is a coordinate, so therefore, andun siya sa Cartesian plane. So, we'll not draw na lang. Okay, we'll not draw the item. But directly, we will identify which of the following is the first point and second point. Sir, why is it we apply this one by a distance formula? Okay, that would be the possible question now. Bakit, okay, wait lang. Okay, bakit sir na kailangan siya gamitan ng distance formula? Because, yun na nga, we are looking for the distance. So, the easiest way to solve the distance is to use the distance formula, which is the d is equivalent to the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 raised to the power of 2 plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 raised to the power of 2. Ayan. So, again, you will be identifying the first point and second point. For now, I will be identifying this A as the first point, and this would be my second point. So, if this is the first point, this is my x sub 1 and y sub 1. This is my x sub 2 and my y sub 2 for the second point. Okay, possible question would be, sir, pwede ba siya mag-interchange yung first point tsaka second point? Yes. Okay, pwede. And they have the same answer. So later I will be presenting to you what if I will be switching the first point and second point. Okay, so let us proceed now in solving. Substitute the values of x sub 2 and x sub 1 results to 4 minus 3 raised to the power of 2 plus for the y sub 2 and y sub 1 we have 7 minus 3 raised to the power of 2. Then we have here 1 squared plus 4 squared. And we have 1 plus 16. Now, the answer is 4.12. Okay, if we are talking about distance, so therefore that is measurable by meters, centimeters, kilometers, distance unit. Okay? So therefore, directly, we will be placing na lang the units. Pero what if I would be switching the first point and second point? Is the answer the same? Ayan. The same lang talaga. Okay? Because again, same value lang yan. Sige daw. Let us try to interchange the values there. Okay? So, this time, this would be the x sub 2 and x sub 1. No, y sub 2. And this item here is x sub 1 and y sub 1. What if we'll be interchanging the items here? Okay, so substitute the value of the items here. So we have x sub 2 and x sub 1. So our x sub 2 is 3 minus 4 squared. Okay, plus our y sub 2 is 3 minus 7 squared. So we have a negative 1 squared. Okay, then negative 4 squared. So we have 1 plus 16 and still the same. Okay, still the same. We have 4.12 as our final answer. For example, nakadrawing siya. Ayun. Andun siya sa Cartesian plane. Ayan, same lang yan sa number 1. All you need to do is identify the first point and second point. For me, I will be identifying the first point here as A. So, yung A yung first point ko. Okay, that would be my first point, which, if that is my first point, the 2 and negative 1, Okay, so my x sub 1 there is equivalent to 2, then my y sub 1 there is negative 1. Then my second point, ito yung second point ko, which is 5 and 4. Then all I need to do is identify the x sub 2 and y sub 2. So we have 5 and 4. Then directly, wait lang, change ko lang yung 4 kasi baka ma-identify nila as 9. So 4. Ayan. Then we will be using now the formula. The distance formula now is x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. That's it. Then substitute. Okay, all you need to do is substitute all those given item there. So we have x sub 2 and x sub 1. So we have 5 minus 2 squared plus we have y sub 2, which is a 4 minus negative 1. Ayan. Then, we will operate now. This item can be operated na. So, therefore, 3 squared plus, how about this one? Ito, magiging 5 na, di ba? Negative times negative results to positive. So, 4 plus 1 is 5 squared. So, therefore, our result here is 9 and 25. Then, if we add that one, the result is square root of 34. Therefore, our answer here is 5.83 units. Okay. So, that's it. Now, let us proceed. What if I will use the first point as the B? Ayan, okay lang. The same lang yan. Okay, if this is your first point, which is the 5 and 4, ayan, ma-identify mo dyan as that would be your x sub 1 and y sub 1, the 5 and the 4. Ayan. And for the A, that would be your second point, which is 2 and negative 1. Ayan. So, this would be your x sub 2 and y sub 2. And so, therefore, substitute nyo lang. Ayan, substitution lang. Okay. I will make it direct lang pag substitute because andun na yung formula sa itaas. So, x sub 1 and y sub 1. No, x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So, we have 2 minus 5 squared plus negative 1 minus 5. Not minus 5. Minus 4 squared. So, the result now is negative 3 squared plus negative 5 squared. Ayan, the same lang yung result. So, we have 9 and 25. So, yung result dyan is 34. Square root of 34 results to 5.83. What is the connection between this distance formula to our main lesson? Importante siya, yung D. Wait lang. Change ko lang color sa pen. Importante si distance formula because this will derive our another formula or equation in a circle. If you go back, if you go back in your basic equation and circle, we have the general form. You are being introduced by a general form. Ewan ko lang sa standard form if alam ninyo. Kasi yun yung focus natin today. Okay, yung standard form. Pero yung sa general form, eto common siya sa inyo. Yung general form, which is the ax squared plus by squared plus cx plus dy plus e equivalent to 0. Ito yung general form, which ito yung ginagamit ninyo noon sa basic geometry. Okay, under algebra. Connection between geometry and algebra. Okay, pagpunta niyo sa college, tawag niyan analytic geometry. Okay, combination ng algebra tsaka geometry. Analytic geometry. Now, let us go back. Okay, let us go back to our main topic. Now, importante yung distance formula because again, we will be deriving another equation in a circle. If you forgot the use of this equation here, I will be discussing later how to use. So we have two equations that we'll be using in circle. Now let's proceed. Okay, so here is the introduction of our main topic. So equation of the circle. Now, when can we identify that there is an equation in a circle? That is, in mathematics, equation of a circle will exist if a circle is inside the Cartesian plane. Okay? Yun lang yung situation talaga na magkakaroon ng equation ang circle. So we have two equations of the circle. We have the standard form given the quantity of x minus h squared plus the quantity of y minus k squared equivalent to r squared. And the general form, which is the common, eto, common lang siya. Okay, so I will not read na lang. Yan, common siya, general. Now, let us focus more on the standard form. Now, how did we derive this formula? Paano siya nagawa, tong formula na to? By the way, it came from the distance formula. Okay, which is the x sub 2 minus x sub 1 raised to the power of 2 plus the quantity of y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. Galing siya dito sa distance formula. Because again, if you observe, we have 2 points, di ba? 2 points connect to one another and we create distance, which that would be equivalent to our radius. So therefore, the distance now will become the radius. Ayan. Now, okay, let us place the square root there. And we will be changing now the values of our x sub 2 and x sub 1. If you observe our given illustration here, center has the coordinate of h and k. Okay, h and k. And for any points of the circle, we identify that one as x and y. So always, if we are talking about equation of the circle, always the center is the first point. And our second point is the point in the circle. Okay, so always yan. Direct to the point, if we already identify the first point and second point, so we will be substituting the value. Okay, now for x sub 1 here, in our given illustration, we have the h. For the x sub 2, we have the x. For the y sub 1, we have the k. And for the y sub 2, we have the y. Then all you need to do is substitute. If you substitute now, the result would be x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. Then, eliminate the square root by multiplying both sides by power of 2. And the result now would be r squared equivalent to the quantity of r minus h squared plus y minus k squared. So this is now the standard form. How did we derive the standard form? Ayan. Okay, so any question regarding the derivation of the standard form? In equation later, okay, you must have this form. Ito na itsura. Para standard form na siya. Okay, we will name lang. Okay, we will give a name to that circle in Cartesian plane. An example. Okay, yes. We are talking about, we are asked to have a equation of the circle. We have two equations with the circle. We can have that one a standard form or the general form. Now, going to the problem, please make sure that yun na nga, given si center tsaka sa radius. Kasi you cannot identify talaga a equation if wala kayong center, di ba? Wala kayong center point, tsaka wala kayong radius. Okay, so from the given problem, ayun, given na. We have the center and we have the radius. So all we need to do is solve. It's either SF or GF. But take note, general form requires the standard form. So for now, we will be solving for the standard form. Okay, the standard form of this given problem, our center is 3 and negative 5. So this is the H and this is the K. And this is our radius. So all we need to do is substitute. The formula is r squared equivalent to the quantity of x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. Then we will substitute all the given items there. So we have 6 squared equivalent to x minus 3 squared plus y minus, that is negative 5. So negative times negative, this will become positive 5 squared. Yan. Okay, so this is now your standard form. Di ba? Ang dali. Ang dali ng standard form. That is how simple to get the standard form. So you can write here the equation of the circle kung guguhit kayo. Ayan, andito yung circle ninyo. Ayan. This is the name of the circle. Ayan, that is the name of the circle. The equation of a geometric figure is the name of the circle. Okay, yun yung pangalan niya. Now, let's proceed to the general form. Do you have any question regarding the standard form? Meron bang question? Okay, wala na. Okay. Yun lang, madali lang. Substitute niyo lang. Okay, for general form, gagamitin niyo yung standard form. Okay, so we have the standard form, 6 squared, equivalent to the quantity of negative x minus 3 squared plus y. Ayan. Then, extract nyo lang. So, we have 36 equivalent to, this would become binomial siya. Binomial times binomial. Okay, ipakita ko na lang. Kasi may mga student, directly, they will distribute. That is wrong. Okay, wrong yan. So, dapat make it in binomial multiplied to binomial. So, FOIL that one. I will shortcut na lang sa pag-FOIL because I am sure you know how to solve that one. So, x squared minus 6x plus 9. Yan. Plus, we have y squared plus 10y plus 25. Yan. Okay, so then operate. So, operation of the item. Combine like terms. If meron pang pwedeng i-combine like terms, eto, pwede si whole number, di ba? 36, 9, and 25. Arrange ko lang. Okay, so magiging 0 na dyan kasi transpose ko yung 36 dun sa kabila. Then, arrange ko lang para meron na tayong itsura. Di ba sa final answer? Now, we have here 9 plus 25. Then, transpose ko yung 36. Ayan. Ito, pwede pa siya ma-operate, di ba? Okay, pwede yan. Pwede yan i-operate. So, if you subtract that item there, 34 and negative 36, magiging negative 2 na. So, therefore, the final answer now would be x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus, may kulang pa pala, 10y. Okay, 10y minus 2, equivalent to 0. So, this is now your general form. Ayan. So, that is also a name of a circle. Okay, so dalawa yung pangalan niya. Pero they are equivalent. Okay, the standard form and the general form. Any question? Ayan. What if general form? Okay, nakalagay dyan, convert the equation of the circle x squared minus x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 6y plus 9 equivalent to 0 into standard form. Okay, what if yun yung question? Given a general form, di ba? This is general form. Convert daw into standard form. Okay, paano? Ito siya. Okay, the first step would be, copy muna yung general form ninyo. This is the general form. Ayan. Okay, that is the general form. Now, second step, you will be transposing the 9. Okay, eliminate the 9. The whole number, the letter E. Diba that is A, B, C, D, E. So, you eliminate the 9. Okay, here, eliminate si E. Tapon nyo dun sa kabila. Okay, so the result would be x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 6y equivalent to negative 9. Ayan. Okay? Pagkatapos niyan, you will be grouping them according to variable. So, x to x, y to y. Okay? So, lagyan nyo ng addition sa gitna para meron siyang separation of two variables. We have the x and the y. So, we have x squared plus 4x and we have y squared minus 6y. Ayan. So, ano na yung sunod? We will be having now to, anong tawag nito? To have a perfect square trinomial. Okay, the symbol that we'll be using, the PST. We will convert these two items here into a perfect square trinomial. Unsaon siya? Okay, how? Check nyo tong exponent na 1. Okay, si 4x. Ayan, yung gagawin ninyo sa 4, yung number lang. Okay, number lang yung kukunin ninyo. To make this one as a perfect square trinomial, think of a number. If you add, dapat common. Okay, it should be dapat common number. Common number, if you add, the result is 4. So, if you are thinking 2 plus 2, the item is correct. Okay? Tama. 2 plus 2. Diba? So, 2 plus 2 is correct. But, yung gagawin natin dito ngayon, di ba, na-identify na ninyo kung ano yung possible number that if you add with a common number in 4, the result is 4. Okay? So, 2 plus 2. Now, yung result kasi dapat magiging trinomial na siya. Ayan, it's either positive or negative. Paano? Okay, paano? The process would be, this item here, addition yung ginamit natin para ma-identify yung sum niya into equivalent sa 4. Gagawin na ninyo yung multiplication. Okay? Kailan siya gagawing multiplication? Pag kukunin na ninyo yung last term sa perfect square trinomial. Okay? So, the result now would be 2 times 2 results to 4. Ayan. Okay? Now, let's proceed to y. Okay, yung ginawa natin kanina, same lang. So, we have negative 6. Think of a number. Okay, that common number, if you add, the result is still negative 6. Yan. If you think negative 3 plus negative 3, that is correct. Okay, negative 3 plus negative 3, tama yan. Pero, ilalagay natin siya dito, di ba? Sa last term in y, in group of y. So, therefore, you will be multiplying now the two items. So, negative 3 times negative 3, the result is positive 9. So, these two groups now are the perfect square trinomial, okay, of the given problem. So, perfect square trinomial na siya. Now, ang sunod na gagawin is to convert this one into square of binomial. Square of binomial. Okay? Square of binomial. Paano? Ayan, madali lang, di ba? Di ba alam ninyo mag-factoring? So, factor this one. When we say square of binomial, yan, x plus 2 squared. Ayun. Ayun na. Easiest way is to factor the x squared. So, x times x. Lagay nyo yung x dito. Kung ano yung ginamit niyo dito sa number 4, ayan, lagay nyo lang dito. Diba? Okay. Same as dun sa y. So, we have y. Kung ano yung ginamit niyo dito, ayun, negative 3. Or I am sure you know how to factor that one. Then, the negative 9. So, we will factor this one. The factor of 9 is negative, ayan, 3 squared. And that's it. This is now your standard form. Ayan. I'll circle lang. Okay. That is now your standard form. Now, for the next example, what if naka-illustration siya? Ganito. Hanapin natin siya ng SF and GF. Yan, standard form and general form. Ito madali lang because again, our first step is to identify the center of the circle and the radius, di ba? To identify the standard form. First thing we'll do is identify the center point. Ano yung center point natin? Every grid is 1 unit. So we'll be counting now. This is 1, 2, 3. So our x for the center is negative 3. Then go up tayo, 1, 2, 3. So we have positive 3 for our y. So the center now is negative 3 and positive 3. So this is the h and this is the k. Ayan. Okay, then we will substitute this item later in our given equation. Then our radius. Okay, counting the radius, all you need to do is count going vertical ba, going horizontal. So for me, I will going to a horizontal. So center point 1, 2, 3, may andun siya sa gitna, so 3.5. Ayan, 3.5 units. Okay, then substitute nyo lang. So we have r squared is equivalent to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. So r is negative 3.5 squared. Then x minus h is negative 3 squared plus y minus 3 squared. Ayan. Then 3. We will operate this one. Negative times negative results to a positive. So x plus 3 squared. Ayan. Copy muna natin. Okay. Then we will be operating now. By the way, the standard form already. Okay. Identify. Ito. Okay. Now we will be solving the general form. So solving the general form, all we need to do is extract this one. If I extract that one, the result would be x squared plus 6x plus 9 plus y squared minus 6x plus 9. Ayan. Then, combine like terms. So, the result would be x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus, bakit x dito? Y. Ayan. Kanina dito sa x ba? Mas kaya lang wad to. Ayan. Okay. Plus 9 minus 12.25. Okay. Equivalent to 0. That's it. Then operate. So we have x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 6y. Then 9 plus 9 is 18. If you subtract that one, the result is 5.75. Okay. Just give me a correction if meron tayong